the most effective political assassination probably of our lifetimes, maybe in our history. The left has faced no serious repercussions.
Yep.
The many on the right are now rallying against the victims of the assassination. Could there be a better outcome for the left?
Nope.
Now, you can make the argument the left didn't kill Charlie, whatever. They celebrated his death. AOC went on the House floor and said he was a bad person no one should celebrate. And instead of saying, guys, we have a political violence problem and it's coming from the left, the conversation on the right, half of it at least, is Turning Point is the murderer. Like, what? They're the victims. Their organization is the victim in this. So I look at what's going on and it screams op. That so many people are coming out and claiming that Turning Point are the perpetrators of the crime against themselves. Well, if your goal was to destroy the right coalition, you'd take out Charlie Kirk and you'd destroy his organization. So I look at it like this. I don't care about the intent. That's a meaningless question. I can't read minds. The question is, what is the outcome? So you can complain that someone intends to do something and call them evil. Fine, that was always allowed too. But if we're talking about building a future and winning midterm elections and winning presidential elections and making this country better and securing our border and fixing our grocery price problem, which Trump has not been good on, if we're going to do all of that, we need to we need to discuss what will the outcome be if this action is taken. And the assassination of Charlie Kirk has destroyed the right coalition. And the actions of Candace Owens, Ian Carroll, and others is now destroying what's left of what Charlie built. They're erasing what Charlie built that helped win Donald Trump elections. Really. I don't care about what they claim. I don't care about what Candace says her motivation is. I can't read minds. I can only look at the work people like Ian Carroll, these other smaller podcasters do, and say the only outcome of their action will be to destroy Turning Point, which helps Donald Trump and the Republicans win. The outcome will then be Democrats winning the midterms. And what did Candace say? Do you remember what she said about this? Quote, "We don't care about your midterms." Agreed. So when the Democrats win and they start locking up more lawyers and media personalities, and like Steve Bannon said, he'll be going to prison, then we can say, thank you, Candace Owens, for helping the Democrats win. And if you're a Democrat, you'll say yes. I mean, look at I recommend you guys go to the comment section of the Young Turks. The audience is indistinguishable. Yeah, they're all big Candace fans.
Yeah.
And Marjorie Taylor Greene fans now.
Yep.
I mean, we live in the era where the far left and the far right agree on one thing: their hate for Israel. I mean, that's the era we live in right now.
Yeah.
I don't want to make this.
I'm just telling you what it is.
But many times, a lot of Candace's beef seems like a proxy for Israel, and I can't help but feel like her and Ben Shapiro had a falling out, and politics is deeply, deeply personal for 90% of the people involved, and she's just going scorched earth as a result of that, as a result of the deal that fell through between them.
There is that phenomena where you want to help someone, but they don't want your help, but you try and give it to them anyway, and it ends up hurting them. And I think that's what Candace is doing to Turning Point.
I don't think it's impossible to say what's in her head, but it doesn't seem.
We got a great sponsor. It is Beam Dream. Head over to shopbeam.com, my friends, /Tim Pool, and pick up your Beam Dream, your nighttime sleep blend. Helps you sleep better. I drink this stuff every night. I swear by it. It is delicious. It's got melatonin, magnesium, L-theanine. It is fantastic. And right now, you will get their early Black Friday sale, 50% off. I really do think it's fantastic. And this is legit. I do drink it every single night. My sleep improved. I didn't even know it could improve. And now for the past several months, I've been having consistently good sleep. And you guys know that I recently had a baby. So that's pretty impressive. Good stuff, Beam Dream.
Her actions don't seem to show.
Why don't you expand on how would you figure this could be helping, or how would you think that this is helping Turning Point?
She thinks that there was more to the assassination, and that because Turning Point can't do it, they can't say anything about it because they're kind of in it.
Is that why she said people should pull their donations from Turning Point?
No.
Will that help them?
No, I don't.
That won't help them.
No.
Oh, that's a strange thing to do if you're trying to help Turning Point.
Yeah, maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe she started off with some inkling of I want to help these people. She said, if Erica asked me to stop, I'm going to stop.
And apparently,
now what she's saying about Erica is crazy. She just had an episode titled "It Was Erica Who Called for TPUSA to Uninvite Me." So she.
If Erica asks her to stop, Erica's going to look like she's trying to cover something
No,
up.
if Erica asks her to stop, she'll just blame that. She'll say someone's controlling Erica,
That's what I said. Yeah, it'll look like Erica's trying to cover it up if she asks Candace to stop.
so she can't tell her to stop. So she's stuck.
I don't think that's true at all. I think Erica
I-
absolutely should reach out to Candace.
Yeah.
It may be too late at this point.
Yeah, Ian, I think we can put that theory to bed. I don't think that she's actually trying to help anyone.
you might. I don't know. Just like no one knows her intention but her. But maybe.
I think one
maybe
of the most unfortunate things about this is that there's a ton of things, but one of the things that comes to mind is that like the part of like this new media and independent media, the promise of the independent media was that we were going to cover stories unbiasedly and we were going to do it with conviction, and then we were going to get to the bottom of stories that the mainstream media didn't want to do. But what I see more often than not coming out of independent media is just like unconfirmed rumor and hearsay.
Well, more so.
Yes.
Like in recent history, it's a lot of just. I love, man. I got to shout out Nick Fuentes of all people. He had such a great. It was like an 8-minute video went viral where he was talking about what's currently going on, and he was like, Ian Carroll. He's like, Ian Carroll tweeted at Charlie Kirk on September 7th, you work for the Jews that are destroying America. 4 days later, he said he was sure that Israel killed Charlie Kirk. What happened in those 4 days, Ian? And I was like, that's a great point. What happened in those 4 days?
There was another line.
Maybe Ian got the call.
There's another line where he goes in regards to Candace Owens, where he was just saying like about Charlie Kirk, like the most pro-Israel guy, right? Candace Owens, like Israel allegedly killed him. This is the literal most pro-Israel guy that the right wing currently had to offer, especially given his age. He was supposed to like bridge the divide between Gen Z, not being the most pro-Israel generation. And then they would allegedly kill Charlie Kirk. Like, I can't imagine a dumber person for Israel to go after. But she's making Nick look moderate. Candace Owens.
Maybe is that
fascinating thing?
Is that it's like the Dark Knight thing where she's playing the villain because
to normalize Fuentes. She's taking the fall for him.
You mentioned independent media. There's a big difference between an independent journalist and an independent guy that talks about his feelings. And like sometimes you'll do 10 hours of research and post your thing and it'll get no money. And then the next day you'll post your emotions about something you read and it'll get 10 times the income. And you're like, why am I spending 8 hours actually researching when I can make 50 times the amount of money just spouting my shit?
Because it's actually this simple. I was we talked about this a couple weeks ago. The reading comprehension of the American population is around like 7th grade, and that means if you're using obscure words, the average person can't understand what you're saying. If your show, what I actually think about how we started this show. We had I've got this little stream deck. We had a soundboard, and I could press a button, and Greta Thunberg would go, "How dare you! How dare you! How dare you!" And then I had Eric Swalwell go, "Cheat an election, cheat an election," and Adam wore Hulk hands, and it was very much like it was news, but it was goofy.
Yeah,
because we were originally intending the show to be a goof-off session. Like the first few episodes were about like Skinwalker Ranch, UFOs, and just whatever. And then I guess because of COVID, things started to turn more political in every facet. So the conversation went around what are we doing in government because of the lockdowns and things like that. Everyone was interested. And so those were the subjects that we started pulling up. But it was literally just, like a soundboard with goofy noises. And
it was basically what we were doing after dinner, like hanging out playing cards, but with the camera on.
Exactly. We'd sit down and then we'd just goof off and then we'd go play Magic or something. And then the show started to become a bit more serious as we got into politics, got bigger guests, the table got bigger, and then the show became very serious. And
sounds like a natural transition to me.
What's interesting is it could have been the COVID lockdowns. Everybody was watching podcasts. It could have been that the format we had of Hulk hands and soundboards is a lot more fun. I kind of think that it is. But it wasn't really what I did, or what I do. The point ultimately is, Ian, if you make your show for a 3rd grade reading level, you will get way more viewers. In fact, I think this is true of music. Phil, have you read this?
Oh, yeah.
The songs that have a 3rd grade reading level, like all the biggest songs tend to have like a 3rd grade reading level.
Our guitar player, Mike, is notorious for someone shows him a riff. It used to be Ollie would show him a riff, very technical, and Mike would just be like, well, yeah, but you should play it the dumb way. Just simplify it. Play it the dumb way. Let kids bob their head.
And if you're going to sing a complicated word, sing the syllables so it's just a bunch of sounds that people can understand. Hey, you, whatever. Hey, you, instead of
this is why, like a lot of the top songs lyrics are lowest common denominator. more people. Smart people don't mind a song that's just like drum and bass. You know what I mean? But if you make a song that's intentionally smart with like crazy lyrics, you're going to get very few people.
I always thought this show is pretty highbrow for like a podcast. Like
Except when I crash out and start screaming and slamming on the table, perhaps.
Exactly. Yeah.
I thought you just cliff
Those are my favorite episodes.
But we'll pull up like the darkest
No.
liberal economic order, BRICS alliance, geopolitical nightmare scenarios, and have pretty intelligent conversations about it generally. And it does bring people up, but it doesn't discount what you're saying about least common denominator slop.
So this is where we announce that going forward after this year, we're bringing the soundboard back. We're going to play more clips of Eric Swalwell farting and the "How dare you?" Because even though it's like 10 years old at this point, it's still funny.
Yeah, it's gonna be more reminiscent of like the early morning drive time.
Yeah.
with the wacky
That's what it was.
zany noises. Yeah,
Yeah, and we'll get one of those. What are those things where you spin and it clicks like
I don't know what it's
Yeah,
called.
those parts.
cowbell? Doo, doo, doo.
Okay. Bring some music back. We used to
Love
play
cowbell.
music on Fridays. That was fun. Friday night after the show at 9:30, we'd go to music session instead of super chats. What a lighthearted event that was, man. There's still recordings of it on YouTube. You can look them up.
Sure, they are.
Well, I mean, we could we like the only reason we haven't done musical guests is because no one's done musical guests.
We live in a nation where most people don't even know what the petrodollar system is. So I mean, come on, bro. Like
Or the Federal Reserve.
I mean, come on.
I thought about what you'd be doing if you were alone. Last few days I've been like, and how I guess.
Make a Magic the Gathering channel where I open booster packs.
But like it's fun to me.
that what it would
feel
be?
like this to talk
And
about.
he wants to start a channel. I don't want to give away the name because he likes the name so much. I don't want to say it. Someone will steal it.
Very good. But like it's kind of fun to know what's going on in the world. Maybe fun's the wrong word, but it's important. And I think millions of people identify with that. Like if we were just goofing off all the time, the real important, because there's a difference between being famous and being powerful.
But
famous is how many people know who you are. Powerful is how many people are
wait.
listening to you.
Most of the powerful people don't know who they are. That's the difference.
But-
They
but
speak,
Ian,
and then it ripples out to the.
If we
follow them.
change the format to just doing fart jokes, the deep state won't want to kill me anymore. You know,
which
so
is
there's
a great subversive tactic,
to just talk about fart jokes.
and then plan like the next 30 years of.
I mean, there's a
social
lot of Taylor
construction.
Swift news all the time. You know, a Blake Lively scandal still going on. We could talk about that.
Is that still going on?
Yeah, I saw something on Instagram.
Oh boy.
Yeah, did you guys hear about that show they launched this year called Dying for Sex?
No, what is it?
It makes me terrified of women. Just hide from them. There's a clip for you.
You're hardly the only one, brother.
It's a show about a woman who finds out she's got terminal cancer, so she leaves her husband to go have sex with 200 men.
Oh, that's real. I saw that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
saw
yeah,
that.
that's real.
That's disgusting. My God, man.
Did
Shane,
she
you've been-
do it before she died?
Yes.
Oh,
She went around just banging a bunch of dudes, I guess. I don't know. And I'm just like, man, that poor guy. Could you imagine, like, your wife is like, I'm going to die, so I'm going to leave you to go bang a bunch of dudes and be like, that's the worst thing I've ever heard. That's,
And by the way, you
The-
did.
her dying wish to get fucked by
The
200
state of
dudes,
society right now, where a woman who has a few months left to live doesn't want to spend it with her husband, doesn't want to spend it with her family. She just wants to whore around. It's disgusting.
Feminism is cancer.
Problem with
spoke
that,
to what
though,
she always wanted to do.
like drama crap is another poison pill. Like talking about what they're talking about is like, God, can't we just make something new that other people start talking
Wait,
about?
to be fair, I don't think that most women would be interested in something like that. Is that a crazy thought?
Well, I'm from Miami, so, you know.
you know,
The bitches there are different.
Yeah,
Guys.
they definitely are.
what? Think about the kind of shows that women watch that you can see the data on. It's not the function of government. It's really, really funny. Like, feminism is the stupidest thing ever. Yeah, there's a clip for you. All the feminists are going to get mad. It's just so stupid because you look at media, the media landscape, and shows like this are 80% guys. Like, our audience is literally, it's like 80, it's like 78% man and like 21 point something women, and then unknown is like a tiny number. You go and look at the shows that women watch, and it's murder. That's freaky. Stories about women leaving their husbands to go bang a bunch of dudes. Married to Strangers. You guys ever see those shows? Married, Love at First Sight, or whatever they're called. And it's like drama, dating, relationships. There's a funny joke. This comedian, I forget his name, so forgive me for not giving you credit, but it's a really great joke. And he said that he had some buddies that he hadn't seen in a long time. They were in town, and they were going to go hang out, play a round of golf. And he comes, I guess he was saying like, yeah, Jim got divorced or something, and we haven't seen him in a long time. He comes back, and his wife was like, so how was it? He was like, oh, it was great. She's like, well, how's Jim doing? And he's like, okay, I guess. And then she's like, okay, but like, what about his divorce? And he's like, I don't know. And she's like, you guys didn't talk about it? And he goes, didn't come up. She's like, what are you doing? How are you? So to women, it's like the guys go and hang out and literally don't talk about relationships.
Dude, I went to hang out with my buddy, Bryce, shout out, and then we were supposed to play Fallout for like 2 days straight. And then I went home and my mom was like, so where's he working nowadays? I'm like,
I have no idea.
I don't know. Is he in a relationship? I don't think so. I doubt it.
Ask him.
The interesting thing is, like, when I was growing up, there was pretty much no real big female voices because there was no internet back then. At least at this point, there was only radio. And the reason women are so big now and they weren't on the radio is because they're using their looks. When it came to radio, they couldn't use their looks to exploit anything. So if you want to eliminate women off the internet when it comes to their influence, all you got to do is eliminate filters.
But that doesn't.
You get rid of filters.
That doesn't explain Oprah Winfrey, and she was like the first real gigantic name amongst women.
Yeah, they wanted to make a black woman famous back then.
We're relaunching the show, and we're going to talk about just relationships. And so we'll just spend every day talking about Ian's adventures and dating.
Yeah, I'm the single guy, needs to find a wife. Everybody helps me.
And then what'll happen is we might lose our male audience, but we'll get a massive female audience.
If you want to meet women,
They
you
don't
gotta spend
spend it- they
more
don't spend
time
money.
outside of it.
So it doesn't matter. It's like irrelevant.
Again.
Yeah, go to public places, meet people, talk to people. You have to do that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. Staying at home doesn't help.
I feel like Shane has been quiet, and I'm curious your thoughts on not just to say like, hey, everything that's going on we're talking about, but just like where we're going.
I just feel compelled to say, rejoice in the Lord always. Again, I will say, rejoice. Let your gentleness be known to all men. The Lord is at hand. Be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving. Let your requests be made known to God, and the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, and will guard your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus.
I asked Raymond G. Stanley last night, what's the best future? And he said,
Christ.
pray. That was his response. Is the
Christ
one that
is
we
the only
pray.
future.
You pray. It's like you pray and then you meditate, and that stillness allows God to rebalance, to form with your prayer.
You need to pray every day. All day, every day.
I think personally, and again, I'm not trying to offend anyone, but I think anyone who thinks they have a relationship with God has an extremely huge ego. I think we're all specks of sand to the real prime creator, and the only time he's going to deal with us is when we pass on to the next lifetime. Then he judges us. We all will be judged. I don't see any point of the worship or any of this other
I will
stuff.
say then, submit yourselves therefore to God, resist the devil, and he will flee from you. James 4:7.
Well, I mean, listen, I'm not.
I will say then, and give no opportunity to the devil. Ephesians 4:27.
Oh, I mean, listen, you can read a book that's 2,000
I will
years
say,
old,
whoever
that's fine.
makes a practice of sinning is of the devil, and for the devil has been sinning from the beginning. The reason the Son of God appeared was to destroy the works of the devil. 1 John 3:8.
Brother, for 2,000 years, people thought Jesus was coming back, and he still isn't there. So what does that make all those people who died waiting for him?
I will say, behold, I have given you authority to tread on serpents and scorpions and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall hurt you.
Behold, a
Luke
pale
10:19.
horse.
Was there a date given for when that was going to happen?
I mean, they keep saying he's coming back. So, I mean, like, we've had billions of
I thought that
people
wasn't
alive.
until like the red heifer thing happened.
I think it's the internet that's going to make it happen, and it's going to be the Christ likeness is what Jesus is the people embodying Christ.
I think it's going to be Project Bluebeam. That's what I think.
There's going to be a critical mass of people that embody Christ-like behavior, and then it's going to pulse out, and all these people are going to start acting like it.
I don't know. I thought that that there were only a few people, or a small group of people, that were going to be chosen and saved.
I think the story says there's one guy is going to appear, but I think it's when there's a critical mass of humans, that's when you really see a change. Because one guy can come and go.
Did you read that in the Bible?
No, man, I just feel like it.
Yeah.
You know? I just feel it, baby. No, it's actually logical. It would be impossible for a flash in the pan. A guy comes, he gets super famous, and then he dies. He'll be made a martyr. They'll use him to sell products.
Who's the Antichrist?
Anyone can become that. Anyone
Anyone.
that acts sinful, that is
no,
anti-Christ.
It's not
No.
biblical, Ian.
But I mean, anybody with a lot
Antichrist-
of wealth that's super famous and loved that decides to become sinful, then becomes the Antichrist.
Do Jews have an Antichrist, Elaad?
I don't think so.
No.
No, not that.
When's the Messiah coming for you guys?
We want Mashiach now, is what Jews say. Our Messiah didn't come back yet.
So like, what's supposed to happen? It's like the red heifer, right?
I don't. I'd need to look into it.
Oh, you don't even know. You don't know.
No,
He's only Jewish.
Look, it's born in, blood out.
The Antichrist is human behavior right now in 2025, where instead of moms and dads, you have baby mamas. That's the Antichrist right there, the damn culture we're in right now.
What does the numerology say about next year?
Next year is 2026, the year of the horse, and people who are born in horse years are going to dominate. Next year, I expect Myron Gaines to be one of the top guys next year.
Really?
100%.
What does that mean, top guys? Do you think he's going to be like Well, didn't Kamala Harris blame him for losing?
That's going to be a big help right there.
And it's the midterm, so I wonder. This is going to be interesting. They could be like playing off of what Kamala said, using him as a look what the right is, But the reason why I don't think so is because he's black.
Well, I mean, listen, we live in a day and age where that goes both ways. Black people can actually say certain things that you can't. You say some things Myron says, you're probably going to get canceled. He won't because he has a shield. It goes both ways. It goes both ways. White people can say certain things, black people can say certain things, and women can say anything they want with no accountability.
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.